ואני לא הרואה. לי זאת עולה מן המדבר,
לי זאת עולה מן המדבר,
מקוטרת מור מור לבונה,
מקוטרת מור מור לבונה.
ליבתיני אחותי קלה,
ליבתיני אחותי קלה,
אני לדודי ודודי. דודי לי ואני לא הרואה,
בשושנים,
דודי לי ואני לא הרואה, דודי לי ואני לא הרואה,
בשושנים,
דודי לי ואני לא הרואה. בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה.
נקבל
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, everybody. We're just going to begin by singing Matovu, how good it is to be together on this Shabbat morning.
We're on page 74 in the blue prayer books that Amanda handed out. Matovu, ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Matovu, ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Vani berov chastecha avo veitecha eshtachave elecha kodshecha Try it with us. Matovu, ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Matovu, ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. The last paragraph. Vani tefilati lecha Adonai yitrazon Elohim berov chastecha hanini be'emet yishecha Matovu, ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Matovu, ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael.
Shabbat shalom, everybody. We are here today to celebrate Shabbat morning as a community. And on top of that, we are also here this morning to celebrate the bar mitzvah of an extraordinary young man who's sitting with us today, Nima. We're so excited to be here with you this morning. Today, Nima is going to affirm the choice he has made to take on the responsibilities of becoming a Jewish adult. He's going to stand up here on the bima. He's going to lead his community in prayer. He's going to publicly own his Jewish identity. Today, we say that today is all about Nima becoming a Jewish adult. And that's partly true, but of course, Nima in our American society is not quite an adult yet. But I like to think of this day as more you publicly affirming the choice you are making to start toward your Jewish adulthood journey. This is the day when you will start taking on the mitzvot as your own. You can start deciding what makes sense to you and what makes sense to your life. There is a teaching in Judaism that the most important generation of Jews were not the generation of Jews who were actually standing in front of Mount Sinai at the time when we received Torah. But actually, it was the generation that came afterward. Why? Because that was the generation that actually made the choice to continue passing down our Jewish tradition from their parents to them and then to the next generation. And that's very much like what you are doing today. we are just so honored to be a part of that mourning, this moment in your life today. Before we begin, a little logistical. I'd like to invite everyone to turn off their cell phones. We do not want Taylor Swift playing in the middle of our service. That would really ruin the vibe. And I'm going to just kick off the rest of our service by inviting Cantor Weiss back to the center of our bima, and we'll begin with all of our morning blessings, starting with Elohai Neshama, which is on page 78 in your prayer book, all about just God returning our soul, our breath to us this morning so that we can be praying and be together right now.
Elohai, Elohai, Neshama, Shenatata bi Tehorahi. We're going to try that again a little bit higher, Bill, if you wouldn't mind. Yeah, I don't know. There we go. Let's try it again. My soul needed it to be a step higher. Elohai, Elohai, Neshama, Shenatata bi Tehorahi, Ata verata, Ata yetzarata, Ata nefachta bi. Meshamra bekirbi, Elohai, Elohai, Neshama, Shenatata bi
page 80 for Nasim B'chol Yom, these blessings for our daily miracles. We have giant blessings like sun and nighttime. We have smaller blessings like just waking up and God's ability to open our eyes every single morning. So we continue with that, page 80.
We ask you to rise for this prayer. And, unless I zoned out, I don't think Rabbi Albin said this, but this is a time where you can stretch, you can roll your shoulders back. It's called Jewish calisthenics. You can really let yourself stretch out before you sit back down, and I'll make a fool out of myself for everyone. Are you ready?
Perfect.
You can sing with me in Hebrew or with Rabbi Alvin in English. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lasech b'bina levchin ben yom u'ben laila.
Who has given the mind the ability to distinguish day from night.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, pokeach ivrim.
Who opens the eyes of the blind.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, matir asurim.
Who frees the captive.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, zokef kefufim.
Who lifts up the fallen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, roka haaretz al hamayim.
Who stretches the earth over the water. She's stretching her arms
you guys should
like
stretch.
that.
Come on, it feels really good. No? All right. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamechin mitzadei gaver.
Who strengthens our steps.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, malbish arumim.
Who clothes the naked.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hanoten laya'ef koach.
Who gives strength to
Thank
the
you, Rabbi
weary.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hama'avir sheina me'enai, utnuma me'af apai.
Who removes sleep from the eyes and slumber from the eyelids.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani b'tselem Elohim.
Who made me in the image of God.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani bat chorin.
Who has made me free.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani Yisrael.
Who has made me a Jew.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, ozer Yisrael bigvura.
Who girds Israel with strength.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, oter Yisrael
Who
betifara.
crowns Israel with splendor.
Actually, I'm gonna surprise Rabbi Albin on this. If everyone will sit. If you turn to page 88, this is just important for today as we read the Ten Commandments. And this is a prayer, Elu Devarim. These are the things that are limitless. And you can also sing with me. But take a look at how some of our Ten Commandments are actually woven into this morning blessing. Elu devarim shein lahem shiur. These are the things that are limitless. Kibud avaim, honoring one's father and mother. Ugmilut chasadim, engaging of deeds of compassion. V'hashchat bein hamidrash, arriving early for study morning and evening. I lost a part. Shacharit ve'avrim, dealing graciously with guests. Uvikor cholim, visiting the sick. Pachnasat kala, providing for the wedding couple. Uvayat hamet, accompanying the dead for burial. V'iyun tefillah, being devoted in prayer. Bahat shalom bein adam lechavero, and making peace among people. V'talmud Torah keneged kulam, but the study of Torah encompasses them all. We continue on page 90 with Chatzi Kaddish. Yitgadal ve'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach yutei ve'amlich malchutei, be'chayechon v'yomechon, uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, bagala, uv'izman kariv, ve'imeru amen, yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach, le'alam olam me'amaya, yitbarach ve'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, shemei dekudesha brechu, le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran belma, ve'imeru amen.
I'd now like to invite up Kenda and Ari, who will join me up on the bima to present their, or really Nima's talit to him. In Judaism, we are big on the symbolism of numbers in our tradition. And the numbers on the talit, it's not by chance. There's this very specific reason for the nodding, and it relates to the number of commandments in our tradition. And I'll teach you why. If you were to add up the numerical value of the word tzit, it equals 600. Each in gematria, each letter in Hebrew represents a certain number, and so the number of tzitzit, all the different strings that are on this talit, equal up to 600. And then all of the knots that are on each corner equal up to 13. And if you add 600 plus 13, you get 613. And by no coincidence, that is the number of mitzvot that we have in our Torah to practice. And it's so special because we're going to learn more, but our Torah portion this week is all about receiving Torah on Mount Sinai and receiving these commandments. So that is really, really cool this week. So Nima, I'm going to invite you to the bima. I'm going to invite your parents up to the bima as well. As you receive this talit, you receive all these commandments and really take them on as your own.
Did you bring the bowl? Yeah, he's gonna take it. He's gonna hold it like that. Yeah, just lay it down and you can put it down. All right, do the bowl first. Make a pretty picture.
Thank you for joining us today. We have a poem for Nima. It's titled, We Wrap You in Love. At this moment, we stand in awe of you, our son. With each smile, we experience your joy. With each step, we recall your strength. With each glance into your eyes, we see your soul. And we see our blessing. With this talit, we wrap you in love. With these fringes, we declare that you are a Jew. Through our blessing, through you, our beautiful boy, we are reminded of the greatest commandments of our tradition, to love others as yourself, to love your mother and father, to love those less fortunate than us, to love life and live for each moment. And so today, in front of this community, we bless you, we wrap you, we welcome you.
Amen. All right, so Nima, go ahead and take the talit from the top. Face everybody and do your talit blessing. Rewind. You can look on here.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam.
Wait. Just say it. Hold on a second. Where's your paper?
It's right on the talit.
Yes.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu
Asher
asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehit atef ba'titit.
Amen.
Perfect. Oh,
Thank you. He was skipping ahead to the Torah. He was very excited. You guys can give him a kiss and take a seat. Hold on one second. Okay. Make sure you use this. Here, just hold this. You can hold this.
Please rise for our call to prayer, the Baruch Hu, on page 108.
Pass this way. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch
Adonai HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. You may be seated.
Please be seated. We now continue with Yotzer Or on page 110. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Yotzer Or uvarei chosesh oseh shalom uvarei et hakol. Praised are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, creator of light and darkness, who makes peace and fashions all things. In mercy, you illumine the world and those who live upon it. In your goddess, you daily renew creation. How numerous are your works, Adonai. In wisdom you formed them all, filling the earth with your creatures. Be praised, Adonai our God, for the excellent work of your hands, and for the lights you created. May they glorify you. Shine a new light upon Zion, that we all may swiftly merit and radiance. Praised are you, Adonai, creator of heavenly lights. Baruch atah Adonai, yotzer ha-me'orot.
Amen.
We now continue with Shema on page 114. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod Machoto Leolam Va'ed.
We continue. You could sit down with Rabbi. We continue with Ve'ahavta on page 116. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בהם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. At this time, as we move closer to our Amidah, we're going to sing our Song of Freedom. It's on page 122. Last week in the Torah, we read for Shabbat Shirah, Shabbat of Song, the miracle of when the Israelites fled slavery, and Moses stretched out his hands, and by some crazy miracle, the water just split. And they said these words, "Who could possibly be like you, God among all gods, for you to make this happen?" So we sing those words today. Top of 122. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh, nora tehilot, osefele, osefele. Try that with me, mi chamocha. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh, nora tehilot, osefele, osefele. Shira chadasha shibechu geulim, leshimcha al svat hayam, yachad kulam hodu, vehimlechu ve'ameru, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed, Adonai yimloch le'olam, le'olam va'ed. Yadadai, yadadai, dai, 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 yadadai, dai, dai, yadadai, dai, 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 yadadai, yadadai, dai, 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 yadadai, dai, dai, yadai, dai, lai, 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 lai. On the same page, halfway down. Shor Yisrael, we rise. Kuma be'ezrat Yisrael, uvtechinu mecha, Yehuda ve'Yisrael. Go aleinu, Adonai tzevaot shemo, Kedosh Yisrael. Continue with the Amidah, page 124. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agi tehilatecha. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agi tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Bekonei Hakol, Bezocher Hasdi Avot ve'imachot, Umevi Geula, Livnei Vnehem, Leman Shemo, Be'ahava, Melech Ozer, Umoshia, Umagen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Bezrat Sarah, page 128. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye hakol atah, Rav lehoshia, Mashiv haruach umorid hagashem, Mechakel chayim bechesed, Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim verofech olim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato lishenei afar, Bichamocha bagevurot, Umidomelach, Melech memit umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'neman atah l'hachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Continue with the Kedusha on page 130. Nekadesh et shimcha ba'olam, Keshem shemakdishim oto b'shmei marom, Kakatuv al yad neviyecha, Mekarazel zeh ve'amar, Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzevaot, Meloch ol haaretz, Kevodo. Adir, Adirenu, Adonai, Adonenu, Adir Shimcha bechol haaretz, Baruch Kevod Adonai mimkomot. Echad hu Eloheinu, hu Avinu, hu Malkeinu, hu Moshienu, vehu Yashmienu, berachamav leinei kol chai. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Yimloch Adonai leolam, Elohai Zion, ledor vador. Hallelujah. Ledor vador nagid godlecha, ulenetzach netzachim kedushatecha nakdish, v'shivhacha Eloheinu mipinu lo yamush, leolam vaed. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
We'll continue now with our own silent prayer for a couple of minutes. You can follow along with the rest of the words over the next few pages of our Amidah, or you can use the prayers of your own heart. And whenever you are finished, you may be seated.
You can go through page 143. Traditionally, we close this silent meditation section with a prayer for peace. You might have seen the words to Sim Shalom on 140 or Oseh Shalom on page 142. But this week, in honor of Parashat Yitro, this first time that the Israelites find themselves, literally themselves, as refugees from Egypt, we celebrate in the Reform movement HIAS, Hebrew Immigrant Aid Society, originally the oldest refugee aid organization. Last night we had a big Shabbat, and we were reminded that it says in the Torah to love your neighbor as yourself, and that includes strangers, that includes all of the people experiencing the global immigration crisis today. So in honor of Refugee Shabbat, we'll close today's Amidah with this song, Ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, love your neighbor as yourself. Ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, l'reacha kamocha, kamocha. Ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, l'reacha kamocha, kamocha. How would the world What is the gift you offer if we love like that? Really loved like that. ואהבת לרעך כמוך, לרעך כמוך, כמוך. ואהבת לרעך כמוך, לרעך כמוך, כמוך. How would the world look?
In just a few moments, we are going to begin our Torah service, and we're going to hear Nima chant from the Torah, specifically reading Parashat Yitro. He's going to share the interpretation that he has come up with on his Torah portion, but before we get to all of that, I want to share a little teaching of my own with all of you. For those of you who I don't know, my name is Rabbi Laura Albin. I'm one of the rabbis here, and I'm honored to be leading with Cantor Lizzie Weiss for this really special morning. So like I said, our Torah portion is Parashat Yitro, and as the Cantor just explained, in Reform communities around our country, we often celebrate this Shabbat weekend as Refugee or Immigration Justice Shabbat. And there are many interpretations of why this specific Shabbat comes during this Torah portion, but specifically, I'm thinking it comes from a teaching that we get from the person, the character, Yitro, in this Torah portion. Yitro, it's named after him because it's the second word that comes in this Torah portion, but Yitro was Moses' father-in-law, and he himself was a Midianite, not a Hebrew. But he comes to Moses with a very important lesson at the beginning of this Torah portion and at a very critical time in the Israelite story. So the people have just escaped the land of Egypt. As we know, they have crossed the Red Sea. They're out of slavery, and for the first time, they are free in the wilderness and figuring out what it means to be a people, taking care of themselves, and eventually creating an entire system that's going to work for them when they have sovereignty in the land of Israel. But Moses, as their leader, is completely overwhelmed. The people are coming to him morning and night with all of their problems, big and small, and he is the only leader, and they are coming to him with answers, and it is way too much for him to handle on his own. So Yitro comes to him and says, this thing that you are doing is not right. It is way too much for you to handle on your own. You need to find capable people in the camp, and you need to appoint them as judges around you so that they can help you rule over the people, and you don't have to carry it all on your own. In studying this Torah portion earlier this week, I came across a commentary by Rabbi Shai Held. He's a contemporary rabbi alive today, and he has a beautiful commentary on the Torah called The Heart of Torah. And he writes this: right before the Israelites stand at Mount Sinai to receive the Torah, they are taught a crucial lesson in the administration of justice by a non-Israelite who has no access to Torah. It is Yitro who tells Moses that the system he has set up for dealing with conflicts among the Israelites is untenable. One person cannot possibly handle such a Herculean task alone. He must appoint helpers. As soon as Yitro has offered his recommendation, the Torah doesn't argue with him. It doesn't go back and forth with Moses, kind of doubting what he has to say because he's not an Israelite. No, the Torah simply tells us, Moses heeded his father-in-law and did all that he had said. Just before the moment of encounter with the magnificent presence of God, just before the revelation of divine guidance for how Israel ought to live, just before we get all of this when we receive Torah on Mount Sinai, Exodus stops to teach us in a moment that isn't quite as grand, but I think is equally important. It stops to teach us this lesson. There is wisdom among other nations, other voices, other people. So as we hear words of Torah today from Nima, and we learn a little bit more about what this Torah portion has to offer us, I'm going to leave you with a couple of questions that you might also want to ponder. If we start from the assumption that there is wisdom among the nations, how should that shape our relationships with communities and individuals who come from other nations, cultures, and backgrounds, these backgrounds that are different from our own? What would have happened if Yitro hadn't been able to gain access to Moses? Or what would have happened if Moses had dismissed Yitro's advice, hadn't been willing to listen to Yitro because he is different? I'll leave you with that as we enter our Torah service. We are going to begin that on page 244 in our prayer book. I'd like to invite Zach Fields up to our ark because he will be opening our ark, and I will invite you all to please rise.
We also probably should have told you at the beginning, but in the back, there are Torah commentaries. One of them says Plout, one of them says Women's Commentary. So as we're going through this Torah service, if you're interested in following along, feel free to grab
And
a
I'll
Torah
share the
commentary.
page of that when we
Later.
get there. Yeah.
You can wait to rise until we open the ark. Page 244. Ein kamocha v'Elohim Adonai, ve'ein k'ma'asecha, malechutecha malchut kol amim, u'memshaltecha bechol dor v'dor. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai imloch, le'olam va'ed, Adonai oz le'amo yitain, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. Let's invite them up before we continue. They just didn't come up.
No, they're right here.
The Torah passing.
Oh. Well, okay. So part of our Torah service is also we're going to do a generational passing of the Torah from Nima's parents all the way down to him to symbolize the idea that we are taking Torah today, or he is taking Torah today as his own from the generations that came before him. So I will now invite Aaron Egbal, Ari and Kenda, Nima's parents, up to our bima as we get ready to do that in just a moment.
And you can go stand back there. All right, and now we are still on page 244. Av harachamim, heitiv havirtzoncha et Zion, tivnei chomot Yerushalayim, tivnei chomot Yerushalayim, zivecha levad batachnu, melech el ram venisa, Adon olamim.
In this scroll is the secret of our people's life from Sinai until now. Its teaching is love and justice, goodness and hope. Freedom is its gift to all who treasure it.
Ki mitzion teitzei Torah, Ki mitzion teitzei Torah, u'devar Adonai b'Yerushalayim.
So like I shared before, we're going to symbolically pass this Torah from one generation to the next, all the way to Nima. As his parents decided to teach him the commandments of our tradition, he today takes them on as his own. He's literally going to grab the Torah for his own taking, and we hope that for the rest of your life you will feel this as yours, just as much as it was your parents and the generations that came before you. In order to really mark this moment as special, because it is, we are going to sing a Shehachianu, the prayer in our tradition when we are doing anything special for the first time. Can I just hold it for a second? Yeah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu vekimanu vehigianu lazman hazeh. We sing Amen.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo.
Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Gadlu Adonai iti, uneromema Shemo yachtav. Lecha Adonai hagidula, vehagivura, vehatiferet, vehanetzach, vehachod. Ki chol bashamayim uvaretz, ki chol bashamayim uvaretz. Lecha Adonai hamamlacha, ve'amid na'aseh lechol erosh. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. You may now be seated. Yes, you can. And you, Ariane, you can be seated. You can be seated. Although actually we're going to ask them to stand for the Ten Commandments. I just realized.
As Cantor Weiss shared before, if you would like to follow along as we are reading our verses of Torah, you can do so by getting a thicker blue book that is back there. And if you have that book, we are going to be starting on page 539. As we have shared already this morning, we have such a special Torah portion to read today because there's a lot going on. There's the story about Yitro that I just shared, but there's also the receiving of 10 Commandments. So that is our Torah portion or Torah verses that we're going to be reading today. And because it is such an important Torah portion and really the backbone of our tradition. I'm going to invite you all to rise as we're reading our 10 Commandments to show respect and honor. We're going to be starting with our first Aliyah, and for that, I'd like to invite forward Aaron Egbal, Aharon Ben Daniel Vehana, and our very own Cantor Weiss is going to be chanting for us.
ויעזור ויגן וישיל חוסים בו ונאמר אמן הקודם אלוהינו דו כבוד לתורה יעמוד אחרון בן דניאל והנה אלך עמדה ליבי came up fast וחוסנה ואל תתעלם אלך עמדה ליבי וחוסנה ואל תתעלם אלך עמדה ליבי וחוסנה ואל תתעלם. Oh, do you have this? You got it in there.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. I just want to let you know that you're all standing, as Rabbi Albin said. For those in the room who want a little special fact, this is called the trope Elyon. This is a higher level trope that is only used when we actually sing it in community as opposed to when you're studying it. So it might be different than what you expect. Amen. Vayedaber Elohim et kol hadvarim ha'ele lemor. Anochi Adonai Elohecha asher hotzeticha me'eretz Mitzrayim mi-beit avadim. Lo yehi lecha Elohim Elohim acherim al panai. Lo taseh lecha fesel v'chol temunah asher bashamayim mimal va'asher ba'aretz mitachat va'asher b'mayim mitachat la'aretz lo tishchachav lachem v'lo te'avdem ki anochi Adonai Elohecha elkana poked avon avot al banim al shlishim ve'al revi'im lesonai ve'oseh chesed la'alafim le'ochavai u'shomrei mitzvotai. Lo tisa et shem Adonai Elohecha lashav ki lo yinakeh Adonai et asher yisa et shemo lashav zachor et yom hashabat lekodsho sheshet yamim tavod ve'asita kol melachtecha ve'yom hashvi'i shabbat l'Adonai Elohecha lo taseh kol melacha ata uvincha uvintecha avdecha ve'amatcha uvhemtecha ve'gercha asher bisharecha.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu torat emet v'hayei olam natan betocheinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. For our second Aliyah, I'd like to invite forward Kenda and Ari, Nima's parents, Kenda bat Moena veChabib, and Yehoshua ben Ariel veEsther.
Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael chai.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamorach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol hamim ve'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Or no, put the mic here. Here we go. Nima's. Here. You know what? I'll just hold it.
Amen. Ki sheshet yamin asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz et hayam ve'et kol asher bam vayanach bayom hashvi'i al ken beirach Adonai et yom hashabat vayikadeshehu kabed et avicha ve'et imecha lema'an yarichun yamecha Al ha'adaman asher Adonai Elohecha noten lach.
Good job. Go ahead, Aryan.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet vechaye olam nata b'tzachenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Thank you. Can you be seated?
As we have the Torah out, we're going to take a moment of pause from reading our Torah verses, and we're going to instead switch over to thinking about those in our lives and in our community who could use a little bit of healing of the mind or the body or the soul. So you can all be seated temporarily, and we're going to be singing Misha Berach. We're going to start by singing together as one community, and then I'll be walking through our space and collecting names of those who you would like to share who could use that healing. And then we'll close by singing again together.
May the source of strength
Okay.
This is a big moment.
Big moment.
We've heard
Stand
Nima
back
read
there.
from Torah just now. He chanted so beautifully. But actually, the moment of celebration of this bar
No, you go back
mitzvah is when he will be called called to the Torah with his aliyah by his Hebrew name. So, Nima, we invite you
Hold on one
forward to
second.
our Torah in
Nima,
just
Ariane.
1 second.
Nima, what are you doing? Go stand over there.
Okay.
We want you to like have to dance forward.
Yeah, we want you to really come up, heighten the drama.
By the way, as you've seen, we like to sing and celebrate, especially in this moment. We're gonna sing. If you don't know the words to Havenu Shalom Aleha, we're not singing Alechem with because it's only we're celebrating Nima. But this is a time to clap your hands, sing Oy Vavoy or Hooray or any of the words that you want to sing to make this feel like the biggest moment of Nima's life so far, right? Are you ready? Okay. Yamod, 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 Hamaftir, Asher ben Yehoshia veKenda, Habar Mitzvah. Evenu Shalom Alecha, Evenu Shalom Alecha. Let's hear you. Evenu Shalom Alecha, Evenu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Alecha. All right, let's put this over there. Nima, I think Nima wants
Nima,
his.
you're
Hold on
coming
one
here.
second, Nima. You want your paper. Doing the microphone.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamevorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol hamim v'na'atan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten hatorah.
Amen.
All right, Nima. You're at the low.
Lo tirtzach, lo tinaf, lo tignov, lo ta'aneh vereacha et shakir. Lo tachmod beit re'echa, lo tachmod eshet re'echa. Ve'avdu va'amato, v'shoro v'chamaro, v'chol asher l're'echa.
Let's have a blessing after.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata betuhenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten hatorah.
Amen. So we give our first Yasher Koach. When someone reads from the Torah, they're filled with just such strength. So on the count of 3, I want you to all yell Yasher Koach. 1, 2, 3. Yasher Koach. Good job, Nima. Oh, here we go.
Beautiful job.
Ariane's
We are
lifting
going, thank you so much. We are going to get ready to return our Torah to its ark, to lift and dress our Torah. We have already right up here Ari Naim, but I'd also like to invite forward Aaron Egbal. Ari is going to be lifting our Torah, and Aaron is going to be dressing our Torah. And I'll invite you all to rise as the Torah is lifted.
All right, Nima and Kenda, come over here. We can move this stuff. All right, Ariane's been working out real hard for this moment. And be sure to look, the 10 Commandments you can really see in the, I'll try and point, so don't hold it too high up. Yep, remember to push this way. Push down and straight up. 1, 2, 3. Vezot HaTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai. There you go. Beyad Moshe al shlosha devarim al shlosha devarim ha'olam omed al shlosha devarim ha'olam omed al
Shabbat Shalom. Over the past several months, I have spent time studying this week's Torah portion. Perhaps one of the most famous of them all, Parashat Yitro. At this point in the Torah, the Israelites are wandering after they have been freed from slavery in Egypt. They were led by the famous prophet Moses. At the start of this Torah portion, Moses was stressed out. He was feeling a lot of pressure to solve problems of so many of his people. The Israelites who approached him with questions asking him to be a judge of their problems. His father-in-law Yitro, which this Torah portion is named after, recognizes that Moses is stressed out and isn't spending enough time with his family. After pointing this out, he recommends that Moses create a system of judges to aid him in running the society. 7 weeks after the Exodus, Moses assembles everyone at the foot of Mount Sinai where they would receive the Torah. More specifically, the 10 Commandments. As a refresher, here they are. You can also see them on the Hebrew tablet above the bima to my left. 1. You shall have no other gods before me. 2. You shall not make idols. 3. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. 4. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 5. Honor your father and your mother. 6. You shall not murder. 7. You shall not commit adultery. 8. You shall not steal. 9. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. 10. You shall not covet. The 10 Commandments are like a guide for living a good life, and 3 of them stand out. The first one stands out to me is respect your mom and dad, so you'll have a long and good life in the land God gave you. It's about valuing your family in my own life. In my own life, the significance of respecting my parents manifests in the everyday gestures of care and support they extend towards me. Whenever it's comforting aroma of a home-cooked meal awaiting me after a long day of school, or an unwavering commitment to ensure I reach my destination safely. My parents represent selflessness and love. Their actions speak volumes about their dedication to my well-being and happiness. Respecting them isn't just a matter of obligation, it's a reflection of gratitude for their sacrifices and recognition for the unconditional bond that exists between us. It's through their nurturing guidance and unwavering presence that I learned the true essence of respect, kindness, and familial love. Another one that I find important is don't steal, meaning don't take anything that doesn't belong to you. It's a reminder to be honest and fair. I deeply believe that if someone worked hard for something, you should not have the right to take it. One vivid instance in my life that underscores the importance of not taking what others have worked hard for occurred when I was strolling down a street in LA, and I witnessed a man running a scam on unsuspected passerby. He was operating a rigged game, duping people out of hundreds of dollars in a matter of minutes. Observing this scene unfold, I could shake the feeling of injustice. People had toiled their tireless money, dedicating their hard time and effort to earn it legitimately. Seeing them fall victim to the scheme, losing their hard-earned money in mere moments. It was a stark reminder that fruits of one's labor deserves respect and protection from exploitation. This experience reinforced my belief that integrity should never be undermined or exploited for selfish gain. Lastly, I want to discuss the commandment that says, don't say untrue things about your neighbor. This is all about being truthful and not spreading gossip. These simple rules make a lot of sense and help people be better to each other, creating a more peaceful and happy community. Even though the Israelites, living a much simpler life than we live today, needed a moral compass, the 10 Commandments were a foundation for them to follow. When I first went to preschool, the first thing I learned was to sit on the carpet, how to line up, and how to raise my hand. Rules have always been a part of my life since long before I could read, write, or do math. I think this shows that humans, even the youngest ones, need to learn how to reduce chaos first. Even though the Israelites had finally become free, they were in a constant state of wandering, literally wandering the desert and mentally having no structure. The Torah, which I learned the root actually means instruction, was the first step in trying to create a civil society. Finally, I hope the 10 Commandments will be a guideline to help me live in harmony and peace. Shabbat Shalom.
So we take that energy and we sing, on the count of 3, this time we're going to say Mazal Tov. Literally that means let goodness drip down. That's what it means on Nima. We'll say Mazel Tov, and then we'll sing Siman Tov, and let's really give him all of our congratulations. Actually, 1, 2, 3. Mazel Tov! Siman Tov and Mazel Tov and Mazel Tov and Siman Tov, Siman Tov and Mazel Tov and Mazel Tov and Siman Tov, Siman Tov and Mazel Tov and Mazel Tov and Siman Tov. Yehei lanu, Yehei lanu, Yehei lanu, ulecho Yisrael. Yehei lanu, Yehei lanu, ulecho Yisrael. Siman Tov and Mazel Tov and Mazel Tov and Siman Tov, Siman Tov and Mazel Tov and Mazel Tov and Siman Tov, Siman Tov and Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov and Siman Tov. Yehei lanu, Mazal Tov, Nima.
Before we return our Torah to its ark, we will take time now to recite a prayer for Israel and a prayer for our country. To do that, I'd like to invite forward Bobby Fields to our bima, and these prayers can be found on page 258 and 259. Then do what you've been practicing. Perfect. That's fine.
Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. May those who love you prosper. Avinu Shebashamayim. O Heavenly One. Sorry, I need my readers. Yeah. O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love, spread over in the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen.
Thank you so much. Be seated. And our prayer for our country. O guardian of life and liberty, may our nation always merit your protection. Teach us to give thanks for what we have by sharing it with those who are in need. Keep our eyes open to the wonders of creation and alert to the care of the earth. May we never be lazy in the work of peace. May we honor those who have died in defense of our ideals. Grant our leaders wisdom and forbearance. May they govern with justice and compassion. Help us to appreciate one another and to respect the many ways that we may serve you. May our homes be safe from affliction and strife, and our country be sound in body and spirit. Amen.
Amen. At this time, we are going to put the Torah away. How about Nima? You've done a lot. Do you think you can open the ark? Think you can do that? Rabbi Alban, do you think that you can carry the Torah?
I have full confidence. I have full confidence in Nima. I have full confidence in myself.
So we're on page 256. As the ark is open, please rise. Ki lekach tov natati lahem torati al tazovu etz chaim hi lamachazikim ba vetomchecha meushar derachecha darchei noam seated. All right. Wait, don't go anywhere.
In honor to really mark this day as special, we've spent a long time with Nima, studying with him and getting him ready for this day. And now Cantor Weiss and I get to take a moment to offer our own blessing to him, this blessing of pride and what we hope for him, which is ultimately peace and goodness as he continues on his journey. So we're going to recite to him the priestly blessing, the oldest blessing in our tradition. It comes right from our Torah. And really, all the words that we are reciting right now, may you feel them today and may you feel them always.
Close your eyes. Yevarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and may God keep you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God's face turn towards you and may God be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha ve'asem lecha shalom.
May God look upon you and may God grant you shalom, complete wholeness, contentment, and peace.
Can you hear that sound?
Amen.
Okay, you're going to come to your thank you.
I would like to express my gratitude to the entire Temple Emanuel staff for guiding me throughout my journey. Especially thanks to Cantor Weiss for her continued support. I am honored to have Rabbi Alban preside today on this unforgettable point in my life. I'm also grateful to Rabbi Aaron for our meetings and his inspirational words. I would like to thank Mom and Dad who motivated me. Finally, none of this would be possible without Shelly's Hebrew lessons and Karen's coordination and planning. Thank you for all.
Dear Nima, you are truly incredible and caring. Your father and I recognize the effort that you have made to reach this milestone. Your kindness, love, and respect have made you the brightest light in my life. It's been an amazing journey watching you grow into an incredible young adult. I'm proud of every single day and want you to know that you have our support no matter what. I cherish our memories and look forward to many wonderful days to come with lots of love and joy. Mom and Dad.
Dear Nima, every day with you is a joy, and our cherished journey as a family continues to teach me many valuable lessons about life. I enjoy your fresh perspective and positive outlook. You possess a bold and adventurous spirit, embracing challenges. Whether it's launching a side business at a young age or tackling 2 defensive linemen simultaneously, your bravery sets you apart. Starting your bar mitzvah studies alongside high school studies and being part of Palisades football team was a major responsibility, and we recognize your effort and sacrifices. With immense help from Cantor Weiss, Rabbi Alban, Rabbi Aaron, Shelley, and Karen, you have reached this milestone. We are proud of you. We hope that this day will serve to fuel your positive path in life. I have witnessed a lot of maturing during these past few months, and I see in you a bright future. Our profound love for you knows no bounds, and we anticipate numerous years filled with happy occasions. God willing, I'm confident that one day we will be privileged to witness celebrations of your children's birthdays, and other joyous occasions. I urge you to maintain your curiosity, embrace adventure, to be open-minded, and to continue to be a positive force in your community. With love, Mom and Dad.
Amen. So, Nima, we have a couple of gifts from the temple community that we would like to show you. I have a special mic. I'm good. But in case you don't believe that today happened, this is proof. This is a custom B'nai Mitzvah certificate that's made to include some of the symbols of our sanctuary. It does say this is to certify that Nima Naim was called to the Torah as a bar mitzvah on Shabbat Yitro. So Mazel Tov, please frame it, hang it in your dorm room in college. No. This next one is for you, and also I think your parents, especially right now. Israel matters. I serve on the American Conference of Cantors, the national association, and we found out recently that it used to be that they would give you a certificate for about $200, which could pay for maybe your Ubers to the airport. One brave, but not just brave, one very important family stepped forward and said, we want to send every single teen who would want to go to Israel. And let's see how many kids we can actually get to take us up on the offer. So this is actually a $3,250 Route 1 gift certificate for a Union Reform Judaism trip to Israel. This will actually pay for that. Yes. So, of course, with the book that says Israel Matters, because it does. So don't lose these. This is like cash in your hand. And last but not least, what do you think it is? A Kiddush cup. We hope that you use it this weekend, that it is the first of many occasions we drink to life in Judaism. And let's say Mazel Tov one more time. 1, 2, 3. And L'chaim. Of course. All right, you guys can sit down. Are you going to take them all now so you don't forget? That's a great idea, actually.
Well, now get ready to let me fix my mic. Something's going on here. But we will now get ready to conclude our service by reciting Aleinu. Aleinu is found on page 282, and I'll invite you all to please rise.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד ארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינת עוזו בגבהי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, ואנחנו קוראים, ומשתחווים ומודים, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, HaKadosh Baruch Hu 27 V'nemar V'haya Adonai L'melech Al Kol Haaretz Bayom Hahu Yeh Adonai Echad U'Shemo Be seated. You're good.
Come to the moment in our service when we'll recite Mourner's Kaddish. It's a prayer for memory, to think about all of those who are in our hearts, in our memories, who are no longer with us on this earth. The Naim family has a couple of family members that they wanted to make sure to mention before we say Mourner's Kaddish, who are no longer here with the family, but are here, of course, in spirit. They're thinking of Habib Dalla, Nima's grandfather, Moena Dalla, Nima's grandmother, Ziba Egbal, Nima's grandmother, Ariel Naim, Nima's grandfather, and Heshmat and Bension Naim, Nima's great-grandparents, and Rachel. So I'll come around and just take names. If you are remembering anyone who's not here with us, I'll invite you to rise and say their name out loud so that you can share their memory with all of us. Mm-hmm. And now I invite all of the mourners who just rose, I invite you to rise again. And then I'll invite everyone in our space to rise so that we say Mourner's Kaddish together, and so that we say it for those who don't have anyone to say Kaddish for them. Mourner's Kaddish is on page 294. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach ruteh be'amlich malchuteh, b'chayachon u'vyomachon u'v'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, Bagala v'zman kariv imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam olamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnatseh. V'yithadar v'yitale v'yitalal shmei dekudesha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nehemata. Damiram be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama Rabbah min Shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru amen. Zikronam livracha, may all of their memories be for a blessing. Amen. We are now going to close our service officially by
Two of you. Come stand down here.
by having time to do our challah blessing.
Wait, no, actually,
No.
before, hold
No.
on.
Okay.
We are going to surround Nima with his parents, and we are going to wrap you in this. You want to do that side?
Sure.
This side? This is a picture-perfect opportunity, everyone. Nima, you're going to hold this here. Get real close, guys. What? Just So we're going to close this service before our challah and our with our Kiddush and Motzi with this prayer for a journey for you, a journey of health and happiness, continued growth, continued knowledge. We sing these words that were said to Abraham as he started his journey. He had no idea where he was going, and we don't know exactly where you're going yet either, Nima, but we wish you just joyful blessings. Lechi lach to a land that I will show you. Lech lecha to a place you do not know. Lechi lach on your journey I will bless you. You shall be a blessing, and you shall be a blessing, and you shall be a blessing. Lechi lach. I want to not forget to say thank you to Nima and Kenda and family for sponsoring the Oneg lunch that will be in the social hall. And the whole, well, of course, and Nima too. I mean, did I say Ari? Oh, I said Nima. I'm sorry. Ari and Kenta. Forget about Nima now. For sponsoring the lunch this week. But first, we invite everybody, don't be shy. Come on up onto the bima. We have a giant pretzel challah that you're not going to want to miss.
You'll want to do this. You'll want to do it.
So come on. Don't be scared. And Nima and Kenta and Ariane, come on up and stand behind this challah. We'll sing V'shamru as we get everyone up here. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-shabbat la'asot. Be careful. Et ha-shabbat ledorotam berid. Come on up. La'am v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-shabbat. You can stand right here. La'asot et ha-shabbat ledorotam berid olam. Come on a little closer. I'm going to throw challah at people. Yeah, exactly. All right. Nima, holds up that Kiddush cup. Maybe stand it right over here so we can see him. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen l'chaim. Take a sip. Tell us what you think. Juice or wine?
No.
I think it's actually juice.
I think it's juice.
Let's see. Ariane, what's your vote?
I think it's
Sometimes at
definitely
Temple,
juice.
you never know. It's juice. I'm glad that you thought that it was wine. All right, Nima, let's reveal the challah. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Whoa, now that's a challah. If you've washed your hands, please touch the challah.
I haven't. I mean,
You haven't
I'm not going to touch it.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz batei avon Shabbat shalom and mazal tov. Ready? Who's catching it? I'm serious. I'm throwing it. Come on. Come grab some, guys.